954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our viewers and listeners all around the world. My name is Sister Celine Barrientos from the local congregation of Anaheim, and I'm joined with...
Hi, Sister Celine. I'm Sister Regine Catalog, also from the local congregation of Anaheim. So excited to be here today because this entire month of April, we are going to be talking about sports. And today in particular, what are we going to be talking about today, Sister Celine?
We are discussing martial arts.
Martial arts! And we do have our guests here with us today as well. I'll have them introduce yourselves.
Hello, I am Sister Caroline Nastor, and this is my husband.
Hello, my name is Angel Nastor.
Woo-hoo! All the way from the local congregation of Long Beach. We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're so excited. I know we have a slideshow, but before we get into that, we want to get into our main discussion. We do have a few questions we want to ask you. So my first question is, how did you get into martial arts? Let's start with you, Sister Caroline.
Of course. For me, I started when I was already like a teenager. I was already 15, and I remember that I was the only girl in my family that joined martial arts, because I remember going through a free trial, and my family at the time said, since you're a girl, you have to learn to protect yourself, beware what's around you and stuff like that. And yeah, I remember in that free trial that all of my brother and especially my cousins, they tried to get into it. But then I remember the next day they all tuckered out. They're all But then for me, I noticed, wow, I can actually do this, especially since I'm the only girl in my family. I'm the only sister. I don't have any, big sister or aunt figure to look on.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was like my form of expression or an outlet, and it gave me a structure in life.
I like that. When I was a child, my dad did ask me, oh, do you want to learn karate? Do you want to learn a martial arts? And I was like, okay, learn kind of like self-defense. But fortunately, I never really got into it. So I think, being 15 years old when you were 15 and learning martial arts and being the only girl in your family, I think that's a really great opportunity and a good example for like anyone tuning in, like any of our youth who are tuning in right now. What about you, Brother Angel? When did you get into martial arts?
I started in high school. I wasn't the biggest guy. I'm always the skinniest, person in the group. And then I came across with those high school wrestlers. And then I was like, that looks really fun. And then I asked my parents, can I join? And then they're like, you can't. You're too skinny. You're going to get injured. But then I'm like, you don't know yet. I haven't tried it yet. So I ended up joining. The first few months was rough. It wasn't easy. But I just like the challenge, because every time when I go, it's hard to find someone that's like on my weight. There's always someone bigger than me in wrestling. So after that, that's when I start getting more into martial arts. And from there, I got into what I practice now, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Filipino Kali.
Ooh, very nice.
Speaking of different styles of martial arts, Sister Caroline, do you want to go into what style you practice?
Yes, so when I started, it was a Korean martial art called Tong Sudo. So yes, basically, even up till now, that's my main martial art. But through time, I began to experiment and see what was meant for me. But, just like Angel said, we're both into Kali. So it works hand in hand. But lately, I've been trying to get into capoeira. It's almost like a dancing martial art form.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Sounds like very graceful and yet very strong.
Sounds difficult. I don't think I could do it. In the different styles of martial arts, what do you think the biggest similarities and differences would you say there are?
Well, I would say even it's easy to like compare and contrast, but I would say it depends on the individual. I think that's where the artistic aspect comes into the martial art. So yeah, it really, really depends on the individual, because I would say even just one technique, it doesn't matter. It can be interpreted in many different ways. It depends on the instructor. So yeah.
And Brother Angel, I know you mentioned you started off with wrestling and then now Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So are there similarities or differences between the two? Maybe you can.
It's similar, but more thinking wise.
Oh.
So both of them, they do martial arts on the ground specifically. So on wrestling, you're more matched to your weight. Before Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when we practice in school, you could be matched with the smallest guy in class to the biggest guy in class.
Wow.
So it's tough for someone who's a lot bigger than me, on top of me. So you create that Rubik's Cube on figuring things out. So I try to use that not only for self-defense, but like internally when it comes to life, when it comes to work, finance, everything. When things get tough, there's always something way around.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of critical thinking.
There is a lot of critical thinking and strategizing, and I love, Brother Angel, how you apply that not only to like your fitness, but like in any aspect of your life. You mentioned like finance or like whatever challenges you face. That's awesome. So I know, so you are married. They're married. Okay. Celine, wait, not yet. Okay. She's enjoying her single life. But so, I wanted to ask, how has martial arts, has it strengthened your relationship with each other? Like, can you kind of talk about that? Like,
oh yeah, a lot. So it strengthens because when we talk about martial arts, her and I martial arts are a lot different. But the thing is, when we start mashing our ideas together, she has one idea, I have my own. She says her idea works, we try it out. I try my idea, we try it out. But it ends up, hers working, not mine. So we always find that middle ground. And then we also use that strategy when it comes to like disagreements with everything else.
Very nice.
Yes, it's really about adaptability.
Yeah.
Yes, and compromise, I would say.
Wow. So for anyone who is looking to, find a partner in life and needs some advice, this is something that you can apply when that time comes for you. Let's see. Do you have any other questions, Sister Celine? If not, I think we could get into our slides. Should we?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to Kuya Tech. If we can take a look at some of the pictures we have of Sister Carol. Okay. Ooh. All right. So
yes.
So that's my instructor. This was back in 2019. That's a long time ago. So he's a big guy. He's like 6 feet something. And that's Caroline's instructor right there.
And so, Sister Caroline, in that picture, is that the Tang Sudo or?
Yes, in my Tang Sudo days in the dojang.
Oh,
yes.
Very nice. I love your uniforms, and I know like with martial arts, like there's a certain uniform, right?
Yeah.
Do you know why that is, or like why it's styled that way, or is it just maybe just or go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. I would say it really, again, it depends on the instructor and the system you're under. I know, like majority, most people think that different colors, like in terms of like how high you go in terms of belt. But I would say the idea is that even you see here, I was achieved my 3rd level black belt here.
Wow.
Yeah, it took 10 years or so to get it. So yes, it's a long discipline.
Amazing.
Yes. But my instructor told me technically a black belt is a white belt that never gave up.
Wow.
So like Angel said, martial arts may be known for that physical aspect, of course, but it's also mental as well. So the physical and mental have to go hand in hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sister Caroline, if you don't mind me asking, those patches on the sleeves, Are those there, or are those like different achievements? That...
Oh yes, yes, those are different achievements. And basically, my instructor there, yeah, he already passed away, but yeah,
Oh, I'm
but
so sorry.
I remember he would give it to us like, for example, if you were good at school, he'll give us like an academic achievement, like the best splits, the best
It
instruction.
reminds me of like
Yeah.
my Letterman jacket. I would have like different patches.
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
very nice.
You have a lot of patches there.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
accomplished.
Yes.
All right, let's see what else do we have. Ooh.
Yes.
You
So
were
it's
on
like
an article.
Yes.
you're famous.
Yes. Yes, the Signal Tribune newspaper in Long Beach. Yes, I did not expect them to take me a picture like that, but my instructor right now, he chose that for me.
Very
Yes,
nice.
that's showing off my collie, one of my collie movements there.
Let's go on to the
Yeah.
next one. What else do we have?
Yes, that's that's the first studio that I was practicing collie with.
When it was small.
Yes.
Oh.
This was before I did Kali.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else do we have.
Yes.
So what are you holding there, Sister Caroline?
So yes, basically what I'm doing here, it's a Filipino martial art collie. So I'm just holding, as you can see, a stick and a wooden another wooden stick. Yes. So yes, they're not.
So like another kind of like another tool for like to defend yourself
Yes.
type thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
what
We're
else do
just
we have?
basically doing drills
Drills. Very nice.
across the
Okay.
floor. Yeah.
Oh, so this is you still doing some drills. Very nice.
Mhm.
So I like this picture because it shows how much the school has grown from there. So she's been through ever since the beginning of the Kali school. So the one on the left is during the time when the school used to be small, and the one on the right was
A bigger
The
bigger
bigger.
space.
Mhm.
Very nice. I think we have a few more. And
That's me.
Yes, and
in
that's
a,
in our bigger school now, as you can
in
see.
a lot bigger area.
Uh-huh.
that's so nice that you guys get to practice together.
Yes, sometimes I let him win.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so I think it's time for us to get into our on-air activity. What do you think, Sister Celine? All right. I know there are some brethren in the comments. We will get to them towards the end, but please continue to stay tuned, okay? Because we're going to go to our on-air activity led by our Sister Caroline. All right, so let's go.
All right.
Follow us.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So for our little martial art activity here, we're going to do some gentle breathing, gentle stretching, and also some slow movements. So again, don't worry. Just do the best you can if you want to follow along, and just have fun, because what we're going to do is mostly good for our joints. Okay. So we're going to start with some little warm up. Okay. So we would avoid some muscle strain while we do our martial art activity. So we're going to start with our fingers here. You can stretch those carpal tunnels there.
Feel the stretch.
And also, same hand, you stretch down. This is very good, especially if you type a lot, if you work in an office.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, other side with the other hand.
It's very calming.
Yes,
I feel
very
myself
calming.
relaxing.
That's what it should be, yes. And then you pull it down here.
I like this stretch.
Okay. Yes. And now we're going to do with our shoulders with the rotation going forward. Now backwards.
I like this one too.
Now, if you want, you can put your hand on your hips if that's easier. But we're now going to stretch our neck muscles. So we're going to look to the right. Or if you're mirroring me, you can go to your left, whatever makes you feel better. Now we're going to go to the other side slowly.
Oops, I was too fast.
Okay. And now we're going to slowly, again, create circles with our necks. All right, shake yourself a little bit because now we're gonna jog in place or march in place. All right.
Ooh, I'm sweating already.
This is the training you have to do.
Okay, now we're gonna stretch to each side.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right.
Slowly.
Yes, slowly.
Oh no, I did the wrong hand.
And now we're gonna stretch out our chest. So take your time. We're gonna do this.
Oh, now we're dancing.
Oh,
Oh, I messed up. She's in cheer. There's too much hand movement.
And then slowly you're gonna go back this way as well.
Oh, here we go.
I like this one.
Yeah, that was fun. This is fun.
Yes. So you're kind of don't kick your butt, but just go slowly back. Now we're gonna do our hamstrings with our legs.
Oh, here we go.
So from here, I'm starting with my left or whatever leg you prefer. And I'm gonna also go with my right. So we're gonna do this about 6 times.
Okay.
So take your time.
Okay. Here we go.
I feel the stretch.
Yes. And then now on one leg, we're gonna stretch here. So make sure your posture. This is good for your back here, right here.
Here we go.
And if you can, try to reach your big toe. But if you can't, don't worry.
Oh no.
Ooh, I can.
Yeah.
I could reach my foot.
Okay, switch now to the other leg and feet. And then you do it again.
Well, I can't reach
Okay, one more warm up. Now we're going to do the hip rotation, which is actually good for your pelvis. So clockwise. And now counter.
I think this is good because sometimes I hear something pop.
All right, I hope everyone feels all warmed up.
Yes, very warm.
We're going to get to the fun part here. Okay. So what we're going to start first, I'm going to go to my left. Again, you can mirror me if you can. And then I'm going to put my heel up here, right here. And then imagine yourself as if you're an ocean wave when you go back. So watch me closely here and here. And then you slightly push forward. And your back leg or your foot is kind of up here. So we're going to do this 4 to 5 times.
It's very relaxing.
One more.
I think it's important to
All
breathe.
right, now to the other side. So we can balance both sides. Okay. Okay, let's do this one more again. And oh yes, don't forget to breathe. That's good for your cardiovascular. All right. Again, breathe in the good, out with the stress. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale. You're doing great. You're doing great, sister.
Doing your best. You're doing your best.
Now we're gonna kind of what we did before. Now we're gonna actually do our own march. So, but this time you're gonna lift it up here on each leg. Okay, now you're gonna take one leg, go with your own balancing act, and you put it softly to the side. And then again with the other side, put it up here, and gently to the side. All right, very good. Okay, now we're gonna work out our knees a little bit. And how far you wanna go, don't stress yourself out. This is supposed to be a relaxing session, okay? So we're gonna breathe again. And now you're gonna kind of cross your arms this way, then you go down a little bit right here. Okay, back up again. Here, and go down. Here. Okay, one more. For this last one, we're gonna hold it, so do the best you can. Work those legs.
Breathe. Make sure you breathe.
Yes, make sure you breathe. And think positive thoughts. Today is a good weekend. Yes.
She's very relaxed, I'm struggling.
Okay. Very good. All right. Check it out if you need to. And then we're going to do a quick transition here.
Yeah.
One more. All right. Now we're going to hold a beach ball, our imaginary beach ball here, or this ball of energy or whatever ball comes to your mind. All right. So when we inhale, we're going to, pump the ball out. And then decrease the volume of the ball. Exhale. Okay. One more. All right, same concept. Now we're going to put the beach ball this way. Right here. Right here. All right. So we're going to do some opposites attract with our hands here. So the palm that is up is going to push down, and the palm up here is going to push up. So watch me closely. Take your time. And this is also good for your spinal column.
Oh, yes.
Spinal
I
column.
feel it.
Yes, good for your posture, especially as we get older.
Feel the stretch. Don't forget to breathe.
Yes. Okay, back to our beach ball here. Yes. And then you're doing great. You're doing great. Sis. All right.
Oh, we'll do upper leg. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, I heard that.
I think we needed this.
Oh, yeah. Should be my morning routine now. Ooh. Action shot. Nice.
Okay, shake it out.
Ooh.
All right. So yes, we do hope you really enjoyed this. These simple, gentle stretching and exercises. So you can do these every day, whenever you want. Thank you so much, everyone.
Is there any?
Actually, let's read some comments.
Yes,
and then,
yes.
let's get to that. So
Yeah.
let me read some comments. Maybe we can go back to our seating over here. Thank you to everyone who joined us for our on-air activity. Let's read some comments. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have a brother saying, "Good morning, Cerritos, Scan I. Please reply to the confirmation that you're attending tomorrow." Okay. Let's see what else we have here. I think this is a brother. It just says Ayuk. Shout out to Brother Angel, #Long Beach. Very nice. Let's see. Sister Alice Dela Cruz says, "Great job, everyone." Thank you, Sister Alice. You want to read some? You can scroll. Sister Trisha Antonio.
She says, "This is making us break a sweat ball." Oh, I can feel
I agree. I'm breaking a sweat as
I'm
well.
still catching my breath.
Sister Daisy Guzman says, "Good exercise." So I think, with martial arts, a lot of training is, a lot of like what we just did earlier, right? Like getting our heart rate up and making sure we're calm and, getting ready for whatever martial arts we're practicing. But, thank you to everyone who's tuning in the live chat. Thank you so much. Do you have any greetings you would like to give, Sister Caroline?
Yes. Thank you to Long Beach. I hope everyone's tuning in from Long Beach. Thank you to everyone here in the studio. And thank you to my husband here.
What about you, Brother Angel?
Thank you for the friends and family been watching, and then you see me, my journey through all the martial arts, and thank you for watching for today.
Yes, and And just a little life tidbit here. Martial arts, just like life itself, it's a journey. So yes, it's whatever destination or whatever martial art you want to do, it's real literally about life.
I do have
Yeah.
one question now
Yes,
that you
yes.
mentioned that, Sister Caroline. Is there like an age limit to when a person can learn any form of martial art? Is there an age limit at all?
No, for
No.
sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate?
So, like in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there was one student. He's between 55 years old and 60. He started like around like 55, and even though he's like of age, he's still able to be more flexible, better than me. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
So really, so however old we are, so there's still time for me?
Oh yes. Absolutely.
for everyone.
Yeah.
I would like to learn.
Yeah. So I say, try to figure out what martial art works for you.
Sounds
So
good.
it does.
Awesome.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, thank you so much. We're so, thankful to have you both on our broadcast today. We do have a lot of activities happening within our district. Sister Celine, can you elaborate on those?
On April 20, we have our LOS special gathering and oath taking. On April 25, we have our CFO special worship gathering. On April 26, we have our district baptism. On April 26 and 27, we have our worldwide Pasugo distribution. And on April 27, we have our CFO day and our CFO cares.
So a lot to look forward to, right, Sister Celine? A lot to look forward to. So we hope to see everyone there at all of our upcoming activities here in Orange County, California. Do you have any last greetings or shout outs you want to give, Sister Celine, before we close off our broadcast?
I wanted to give a shout out to Kuya Tech behind the camera. I wanted to give a shout out to him for putting me through my 3 years of cheer. That was my physical education. How about you, Sister Regine?
I would like to give a special greeting to our brother Andrew De Dios here. He's here in our studio and he just celebrated his birthday. So please greet him happy birthday. Happy birthday! All right, and with that, wrapping up our podcast for today, we do have special greetings. We would like to greet our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CFO Coordinator and CEBSI CEO, Brother Angelo Iranio V. Manalo, our Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray, our District Minister, Brother Hansel F. De Dios, our District CFO Overseer, Brother Andres Nicholas Jr., our Executive Producer, Brother Emmanuel Ndaya, and of course, our INCRadio techs in the Philippines and also here in our studio. Everyone tuning in, thank you so much. And with that, we will see you next week. But now we'll pass it over to INCRadio San Diego.